Good morning, everyone. This is your maths for today. Again, we're doing fractions, and again, we're doing subtracting fractions. There is a sort of an added step to this, a little bit of a difference yesterday. You will have found, if you were looking closely, that yesterday, a lot of the time, when making the denominators into the same ones, you could usually use one of the denominators that was already in front of you. For example, looking at this one, just pick a color, you could make quarters into twelfths, or thirds into ninths, things that were already in front of you. So what we're going to do today is very much the same. I'm going to go through a few examples from your actual work, but you're going to just to see the occasions where you maybe have to go a little bit further to get the common denominator. But then other than that, the process is very much the same. You're looking to find a common denominator and then subtract if you can. If the fraction you're subtracting is larger than the one you're subtracting from, then of course you need to convert to improper first, solve it, and then convert back to mixed number at the end. So let's have a look at some examples. So let's try number 5 here. So we've got 10 thirds, and we're taking away a half. So this is a good example of what I was saying. So you can't turn twos into thirds, and I can't turn thirds into halves. So we're going to have to go a little bit further to find our common denominator. This thing is in the way. Put it there. So to put, if we were counting in twos and we were counting in threes, so I'd get 2, 4, 6, 8. I'll do 3, 6, 9, 12. Oh, hopefully you've spotted, of course, 6. So that's going to be our common denominator. So we're going to have sixths take away sixths. So to make 3 into 6, you must have multiplied by 2. 1. Put my pencil back. 1, 2. So that means we have to multiply the 10 by 2 as well. So we get 20 sixths. Now we need to subtract this one. So to make the halves into sixths, we must have multiplied by 3. 1, 2, 3. So we have to do the same to the 1, and 1 times by 3 is 3. And now we can do it. 20 sixths minus 3 sixths leaves, of course, 17 sixths. Now this, of course, is an improper fraction. So we should then go further. So how many sixes can you get into 17? Let's see. So 6, 12, we can get 2. And we will have 5 left over. So this will be 2 and 5 sixths. Also check the fraction. Can it be simplified? 5 and 6, they're not in the same times table together. So that's as good as that one gets. So we would bring that one over and put your answer in here. 2 and 5 sixths. All right, let's look at another example from your work. So we've done one at the beginning. Let's try one at the end, and we'll give you a chance to have a little go at this one yourself. So question 12. So we've got 1 and 2 thirds, and we're subtracting 1 quarter. All right. So what I'd like you to do, pause your video in a second, and you're going to then try and solve this question. Once you start the video again, I will take you through it, just in case, just to see how you got on, and then we'll look at a couple more as well after that. All right, so pause the video now and have a try. All right, if you're watching this now, I'll take it that you've done the work, and now we're just going to see if you were correct. So you'll have noticed, hopefully, that you can't make 3s into 4s, you can't make 4 into 3, so we have to find a common denominator. If you were counting in 3s, 3, 6, 9, and 12, and 15. If we counted in fours, 4, 8, 12, 16. Oh, 12. So this is going to be our common denominator. So we're going to have 1 and some twelfths. Take away some twelfths. So we need to find out. So 4 times 1, 2, 3 was 12. So that means that 1 times 3 is 3. To get the thirds into twelfths, you had to multiply by 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have to times that 2 by 4 as well. And 2 times 4 is, of course, 8. Right, now that they're in the same denominator, can you subtract? Is 3 less than 8? Yes, it is. So we can subtract. 8 take away 3. So our whole number stays the same. So it equals 1. And 8 take away 3 is 5 twelfths. So that would be the answer to number 12. 1 and 5 twelfths. Right, okay, let's look at 2 more examples together. Again, one from the beginning and one from the end, I think. So we're going to look at number 1. And my pen colour's playing up again. I think when I do this Castify thing, it seems to get in the way of certain things. Never mind. So hopefully you'll be able to follow, though, if I stay in just the one colour. So we've got 7 twelfths, and we're subtracting 1/8. All right, so what I'd like you to do in a second is to pause the video and to find out and try and work out a common denominator. If you were counting in 12s and you were counting in 8s, what's a number that we will eventually say that is in both times tables? And then can you complete the rest of the calculation? Can you complete the rest of the subtraction? Okay, so go ahead and pause your video now. Okay, if you're watching this, you've had an attempt yourself. So if we count in 12s, we get 12, 24, 36. If we counted in 8s, we'd get 8, 16, 24, 32. Hopefully you'll notice that 24 and 24. So that is what we're going to make them into. So we're going to have 24s versus take away 24s. All right, let's start on the left. So to make 12 into 24, you must have multiplied by 2. So we have to do the same to the 7. 7 times 2 is 14. So we have 14 24ths. Take away. So 8, to get that into 24, you must have multiplied by 1, 2, 3. So we have to do the same to the 1. And then 1 times 3 is 3. And now we can subtract much easier because the denominators are the same. 14 take away 3 leaves 11 24ths. Just going to check, is there any way I can simplify that? No. They're not in the same times table. They're not both even. They're not both in the 3s. So, or the 5s. So it's time to move on. So that would be your final answer. 11 24ths. It's also not an improper fraction, so we can't convert that one back to mixed number. All right, last example. 12. So we've got 3 and 1/4 subtract 1 and 4/5. All right. So again, what I'd like you to do, I'm going to pause the video. You're going to try and find a common denominator, and then see if you can spot the problem when it comes to subtracting the fraction. Remember, we're always got to be on the lookout. Is the fraction that we are subtracting larger than the one we're subtracting from? And if it is, we need to convert both fractions into improper fractions and then do the subtraction and then put them back into mixed number. So pause the video now and try this for yourselves. Okay, if you're watching this now, you've had a try for yourselves. So count up in 4s. We get 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and 24. That'll do for now. Counting up in fives, I get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 20. They have a common denominator. We can find a common denominator. So we'll use 20ths. So we're going to get, instead, we're going to get 3 and some 20ths. Take away 1 and some 20ths. So to make 4 into 20, what did you multiply by? You must have multiplied by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to multiply the 1 by 5 as well. So this becomes 3 and 5 20ths. Coming on to the other one, how did you get the fifths into 20ths? You must have multiplied by 1, 2, 3, 4. So we do the same to the top, and 4 times 4 is 16. Now, hopefully you can instantly see that 16 20ths is larger than 5 20ths, so we can't just go ahead and subtract these. We're going to need to convert them into mixed number first. So we multiply our whole number by our denominator. So 3 times 20 is 60 plus the 5. So we get 65 20ths. Subtract 1 times 20 is 20 plus 16, and that's 36 20ths. So 65 20ths subtract 36 20ths, and that will give us our answer. If you're able to do this in your head, of course, go ahead and do it in your head. If not, then of course just find a little bit of space and you could do 65 minus 36. 5 take away 6 can't be done. Go next door. That's now a 5. That's 15. 15 take away 6, of course, is 9. And 5 take away 3 is 2. That's what we're left with. 29 20ths. Are we done? I hope you're saying no. This is an improper fraction, and we can therefore make it back into mixed number. So 29 20ths. How many 20ths are there in 29? Well, we can get one whole group, and we would have 9 remainder. 9 20ths left over. Can we simplify 9 20ths at all? No. 20 is in the 2s, 9 is in the 3s, 20 is in the 4s, but 9 isn't, 20 is in the 5s, but 9 isn't. No good. So that is as good as it gets, and that's your answer. 1 and 9 20ths. So I'll leave those examples there, and I will also write out again the one that we literally have just gone through. I'm going to put that in this space here at the top of your sheet so you can see that process as many times as you might need to, or of course, as always, watch the video over as many times as you need to refer back to and help you solve the rest of the questions. All right, any more problems, please use the J2 message function. Don't forget to save your work, of course, and we'll talk to you later on. Take care, guys. Have a good day. Bye.